Tell us how this collection came about.
Well, Women's Weird 2, this novel, it's not a novel, it's a collection. Well, we had Women's Weird 1, that came out in 2019, and that was a smash hit. We were so happy and also a bit surprised about how well Women's Weird has sold. It's been really, really popular. So obviously we had to produce a second volume. So pretty quickly, Melissa Edmundson, the editor, and I decided, yes, new volume, Melissa, go forth and search, find me new stories. And she handed me very quickly a list of another 13 stories she really wanted to reprint. So it was as easy as that. When you're working with a professional academic in the study of supernatural fiction by women, you know you're going to get results really quickly. And she's a great person to work with.
So how did you and Melissa choose what to include? Was it just the 13?
No, it wasn't just 13. No, the criteria were obviously by women. Within the period 1890 to 1940-ish, we would have gone earlier and later if we wanted to. She wanted to extend the geographical range. So now we have in this collection authors from Australia and New Zealand and from colonial India and Canada. So it's not just the US and the UK, it's a much broader range of Anglophone writers. And this, I think, enriches the collection. You get a different set of cultural references, a different set of spookinesses, really.
How does it relate to Women's Weird and British Weird?
They all overlap slightly in that they're all coming from the same idea that classic fiction by earlier writers is absolutely worth rereading now because the quality is superb. There's not really much overlap in authors. British Weird and Women's Weird share a couple of authors, but with different stories. There is no overlap, I don't think, with Women's Weird 2 and Women's Weird. But you get a sense of a greater population. You add to the population of your knowledge of who was writing in this period.
Why are these classic stories of the supernatural by women so popular, do you think?
Why are they so popular? I have no idea. I mean, maybe it's because they're new to an awful lot of people. Not many people spend their lives raking through old magazines and old books trying to find supernatural fiction from this period. Maybe there isn't anyone else producing republications like this. I don't know. But I think also it must be something to do with the introductions, because Melissa groups these and she writes a really intelligent introduction showing the themes, describing how the stories talk to each other, if you like. Not because they knew about each other, the authors didn't know about each other, but there are themes that emerge because of the way we've grouped them. In this collection, there's an awful lot about interior spaces, which one might think was something that women would naturally write about, given the cultural norms of the time. But there is something about how the domestic space and also the enclosed space can create horror very effectively when you're not expecting it. But there are also many stories of outdoors. There's a terrific story by an Australian writer called Barbara Bainton, who has been completely forgotten outside Australia, which is all about trying to get through the bush at night in a rainstorm to try and get to her dying mother. And it is terrifying because of what the plants, the weather, the wildlife, what's happening to her. Yeah, it's a remarkable thing.
When can we get hold of it?
It's available now.